And we're live. All right. We're doing it, Adam.
Yeah, we are. Here we go,
We're,
bro.
we're doing it. All right. So, first episode. This is the Lunch Table League. Um, we are probably going to have zero live watchers for the first couple episodes, but we'll get this going. And you know what the key is? You know what the key is, Adam?
What's that?
Consistency.
You're get that right. Show up.
It's
Show up.
just show up. Just show up. All right. So we had the draft last weekend. Did it go how you thought it was going to go? First
It
off,
most definitely did not go
you were
how.
drafting from the third position, right?
Yes. And you,
Yeah.
sir, host?
I had the eighth. So I
Yeah.
yeah, I did not draft anywhere near what I thought I was going to as far as compared to my mock drafts.
Yeah. I did about 70 mock drafts. I'm gonna put it over under plus or minus five.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Did
yeah,
not
it,
work
it
out
never goes
the
like
same
that.
way. Yeah, yeah. I'm really surprised that um well, one, Justin Jefferson fell to me in the eighth pick.
Yeah.
Uh, like I would have for sure thought, um, maybe he would have gone before Gibbs. That's who Kelly chose. Um, yeah, I don't know. I could have swore he would have gone before that, and I think even Nick said that to me as I was drafting. He's like, I can't believe he's still on the board at eight. And I was like, I know.
So in my early mocks, I took him at three all the time because it was
Yeah.
gonna be Jamar and
Oh,
then
you
Bijan.
took Jefferson. You took
Well,
Jefferson at eight or at
so,
three.
so that's where I started. Yeah,
Yeah.
whenever like
Okay.
let's call it early June. That's where I started, and then when the hamstring came up, I started going. All right, I'm gonna go to CD. Everything's good there, and then I had started to have to think through it. Like, all right, if CD goes at two, am I taking Jefferson or not? Do I want
Yeah.
one of the top three wide
Yeah. Yeah.
receivers or no? And then I couldn't pull the trigger on Jefferson. So then it was like, all right, if CD goes at two, that means Bijan is there. So then I had
Yeah.
to weigh Bijan or McCaffrey or go with another receiver like a Nico. And then feet to the fire, I couldn't pull it on Bijan. I didn't know why because like CMC was there, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? I'm a four-time champ.
Yeah.
YOLO. Let's
Yeah.
do this shit. So I
And
started with McCaffrey.
you have you had McCaffrey before? You
I
have,
have
but you've
not.
never
Well,
we
yeah,
traded.
I
We
got him from
traded.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
a couple years ago, right?
yeah.
But you've never drafted him.
I've never drafted McCaffrey. No.
Okay. All right. So maybe this is the year that he doesn't get hurt since you drafted him.
So you got Jefferson, right?
I got Jefferson, yeah.
How you feeling about it with the
I mean,
hamstring?
I'm not too worried about it. With him with the hamstring, I think he's gonna be all right come week one, no problem. Um, I'm more concerned about McCarthy than anything.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, just haven't seen it yet from him, so it'll be interesting to see what he can actually do, right? Like,
Right.
can he be better than Sam Darnold, or as good as Sam Darnold? I don't
Right.
know. Because obviously, Darnold held his ground up there. And he was shit in New York. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
So
Um,
were you happy to get Jefferson there, or would you rather have
oh,
gone
for
like the
sure.
mocks and got something else? Okay.
No, no, no. So all the mocks that I did, it was between McCaffrey and Puka. Like
Yep.
that's essentially who got left to me at the number eight position was McCaffrey or Puka, and
Yep.
so I did a ton of drafts. Taking McCaffrey and seeing what it would have been like if I would have went McCaffrey, another running back, and then go wide receiver, or McCaffrey wide receiver, and then maybe another receiver and then a running back. Like I tried different combos to see what it would look like. Now,
Yep.
we use ESPN for for the league. Did you try out the new practice drafts?
I did, and a lot of times, like early on in the summer, it's got their whatever, and then all of a sudden, I would say like August something, it switches to the new ADP, and you get a
Yep.
better vibe. But
Yep.
nothing mimics that in like that the public mocks. So
Right.
I would do some of those, but like some guys like we said, like the auto drafts start happening, or people are taking Josh Allen with the fourth pick, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
fuck, I can't do this either. So
Right.
it's tough to get a
Um,
real gauge.
well, the problem with the mock drafts where you're drafting with other people and the ESPN one is like our league is set up different, right? We have two flexes.
Right,
So like when you're drafting for that, and you're in a 12-man PPR ESPN mock draft, it's not the same, right? Those
right.
people are not going to be drafting the same as you. Because like sometimes I like to go for three wide receivers because I want to get those that at least or maybe four wide receivers to get through the flex spot,
Yes, same.
and some other people don't, when you're in those mock drafts, they don't necessarily turn out that way.
Exactly.
All right, so I got the real quick. Let's pull this up, and we will go. Um, so we can do it by round and kind of go see what we got here. So we had pretty much chalk, right? Like
Yep.
I mean, your pick was kind of threw a wrench into what a lot of ADP was. Although
I messed I messed up the whole thing. As soon
well,
as
no,
CD went two, I was fucked. Like I was like,
yeah,
man, just give me CD and then I can
I
just
don't
move.
I don't see that as such a bad pick. I think a lot of people, like McCaffrey and Bijan are probably and Jameer are, I mean, I think they're going to be at the top. Saquon's
Sure.
going to be up there either, or up there as well. Um, the thing with McCaffrey is just the injury thing, but if he can stay healthy, um, he's definitely going to be up there. So that's not a
Right.
bad pick. It's not like you're taking like if you would have said, "Oh, I'm taking Malik Neighbors at 3," I would have been like, "Oh, like I don't know about that one." You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that's
Right.
that's a little too far. Definitely good, but I think there's other better names out there for 3 than say a Malik Neighbors or something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, then you got Bijan, um, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley. So that maybe would have been where could have seen Justin Jefferson going right there at number 6.
Yeah, we were way heavier on running backs than I thought we would be in the first round.
Yes, yes. And then, I mean, Amon going before Justin was even kind of shocking.
Yeah, me too. Questionable. Yeah, he's safe, but doesn't have the upside for me this year.
Correct, correct. And then, man, Ashton Genty, he is, I think, the biggest wild card in the first round. Like, I think he's going to be great, but I just don't know if he is a first round pick. If you want him, you're going to have to take him in the first round because he's probably not going to get back around to you in the second round. But he's just, dude, rookie running backs are so scary. Like, everyone I know praises them and rides them, talking them up preseason and stuff like that. But it's like, all right, you have to think about this is a 21, 22-year-old kid, and a coach is gonna be like, I just don't know if they're gonna throw him to the fire right away. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Yep.
I think he's going to get a majority of the work. I just don't know if it's at the beginning of the year. You still got Zamir White, and like they might go to him at the beginning until they get Austin Genty, kind of in the groove.
Right. And
Um,
we've seen so many rookie running backs come out, and it's a
yeah,
crapshoot for real. Like, remember
yeah,
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or like
yeah,
even Leonard Fournette. Like, we're not talking top five. Like
yeah.
Saquon back in the day was, but like he's kind of a unicorn. So maybe Ashton is, but maybe not.
And I mean, look at. I would say Bijan was a better pedigree running back than Austin Genty, and Tyler Algier was fucking stealing carries left and right from Bijan.
Yeah, that's in the Arthur Smith offense,
Yeah,
so who knows?
yeah. All right, so yeah, then you got Nico, I think is good. Malik Neighbors and Puka. I mean, like I said, I would have taken Puka, and that would have been a tough call. Like Nico, I could definitely see. It, it would have probably been between Nico, Puka, and if McCaffrey would have fallen like most of the stuff in my mock, that would
Yep.
have been the three for me. Um, so then we come back around to round two, and you got King going with BTJ, which I think is good. Chase Brown, I thought he went really early. I think Nathan, I mean, obviously, if you want some, he's going to go in the second round. So he went with Chase. Um, but I kind of was surprised, although with everything that's coming out about A Chain, maybe it's probably good. Watson may have got a bad pick right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but almost you got to take him for the upside right there. If he
Yeah, but
slips
they're
anymore, who knows?
they're saying that he is possibly going to be missing some time.
Right.
Um, yeah,
How'd
right
you feel
now
about
he's.
how'd you feel about your Bucky pick?
I mean, I thought it was between him and Derrick Henry again because I had Henry last year and I thought he was a beast, and I think their defense has gotten better this year, Baltimore that is, and because of that, I think they're going to be playing ahead a lot, and so I think they're going to be running the ball a lot more.
Yep.
Um, so we'll see what happens. But I I couldn't not choose Bucky. Like I regretted not taking him last year when I had an opportunity, I think, to draft him. I regretted it, and so this year I was like, nope, not taking the chance.
Yeah.
I'm going with them. But it was for sure since I already took a wide receiver, since I already took Jefferson, like I was getting a running back this round. And
Yeah, makes
then
sense.
what was your thoughts on going running back, running back? Were
I've never done
you
it ever. I've like
Yeah, yeah.
uh,
I know you're always Mr. Zero RB.
yeah, n none of my mocks went like that, but like all those guys were usually gone, and I was running into guys like maybe AJ Brown would fall there some drafts
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like that. But um back in the day, again, like in June, uh Chase Brown was there. So I would take
Yeah.
him, and I knew like he kept rising up the board. I'm like, he's gonna be
He's
gone
gonna
by
be
the time
gone.
I get
He's
there.
gonna be gone. Yep.
So I was looking at the wideouts, and then Josh Jacobs fell, and I'm like, well, all right, let's fucking do this then. So
If
so I
if
went with
Lad
him.
McConkey would have been there, say it would have been between Lad and Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, no lad for me.
No Lad for you. Okay.
If anything, I
Because
was gonna go like if a running back was there, like it used to be, I was gonna take Tyreek in the second, but he kept dropping. I'm like, you know what? I think I can get him in the third. But then I even thought Jacobs, and then I was gonna take James Cook in the third. So like I was
would
gonna
you
go
have
three
gone?
RBs in a row.
What if it was between AJ Brown and say Josh Jacobs was off the board? AJ Brown and Brock Bowers.
Yeah, I'm going AJ there if he's still there,
You're
but
going
Nick took
AJ.
him
Okay. Okay.
took before
All
me.
right.
So
So
yeah.
you're not in on one of the tight ends at
I
all
just
early.
I just think with our double flex league, I want to get there, and I think the positional advantage I'll have with four wideouts and all in the PPR will outweigh that onesie spot. So I'm not
Yeah.
taking them that early for me. What about you? Would you take either Bowers or McBride?
I wouldn't. Um, I just think like I get it positionally, they're ahead of their, other guys within their group, within the tight end group. I just don't know if it's. I think you take those guys, especially you you can't take an early tight end and an early quarterback. So like if you're gonna do one, you got to do one or the other. You do both, you're screwed at wide receiver and running back. That's just what I've seen. And for me, I'd rather load up on those guys.
Yeah.
Um, and there's plenty of decent tight ends they'll get you, you need 10, right? I need about 10 to 12 points from my tight end, and I think there's plenty out there that can get that.
Yeah, exactly. Like they were talking about, all right, let's say Bowers gets 16 a game, which is great for the tight end.
Yeah.
Like, could I make up 6 points somewhere else on the board if I take
Yep.
someone who's going to get me 10 a week, you know? And I feel like I feel good with that.
Yep. I completely agree. That's what I'm looking for is 10 to 12 points from my tight end because a Bowers is, maybe get you, like you said, 16, 17 points. I'm really only losing out on 4 points, and I can make that up somewhere else by grabbing an elite wide receiver or running back.
Right?
All right, so round three, we came back. Real quick, did you see any picks? Not definitely not in the first round. Like I didn't see anything that jumped out. Anything in the second round that jumped out at you as like, ooh, like this was a you think that this was a bad pick.
Uh,
I don't think we're there yet. I think all this is. I think this is.
yeah, not a bad pick. Picks I wouldn't like. I wouldn't have taken Lamar in the second, and I would not have taken Lad McConkey that high right now. But
Yeah,
like, I can't call them bad picks.
correct. And you know, I'm sure he could have probably waited on Lamar because I kind of knew that he- um, Sidepot was going to go with the stack.
Right?
Um, so I kind of knew that going in. I could tell that was what he was going to try and do. So maybe you jump this, right, and so if he wanted a Brock Bowers, like you jump that, or um, it is what it is. I probably am with you. I would have jumped and taken a positional player right there, and then
Yeah.
came back in the third round and grabbed Lamar if that's what you wanted. But you only missed out on Joe Burrow and Brock Bowers by doing that. So if he had no interest in them, then he didn't really lose out on much, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, so then Tyreek, you went with Tyreek. So you got a lot of upside with McCaffrey and Tyreek.
Yeah. I also have
I-
old balls on my team, and like,
you do. But
yeah,
I think you're leveling that out because you have Josh Jacobs as well, which I think is going to give you a good floor.
right, relatively
So
safe.
yeah, relatively safe. So I can see kind of how your team is forming right now, right? You're going upside with a good floor.
Right.
So that's why you're the goat.
Well,
Um,
I'll tell you
uh,
what, like every year my draft grade is an F, and then I do fucking work as we go
oh
throughout the
yeah,
season.
the season champions aren't made on draft day. They're made through the waiver wire and trades, and you
So
always find a way to come up with something good.
in the mocks, Kamara, he's going in the fourth. So what would you think about him in the third?
Um, so I he came up. Um, I really didn't like. I don't like Cook. Um, and
Because of the holdout,
so
or just you don't feel?
the holdout, and I think I had him last year, and or maybe it was the year before. I think it was last year. Anyway, um, Josh Allen is going to steal those goal line runs.
Yeah.
He had 16 touchdowns last year. There's going to be some regression.
Right.
I don't think he's going to get 16 touchdowns again. I think Ray Davis is going to cut into that. I think Josh Allen is going to cut into that. So for me, I was just I don't know. I don't want anything to do with James Cook this year. But I wanted another running back. I knew that. So it was Kamara. And once again, it was really between Kamara and Chuba Hubbard. That's where my mind was. I am not in on. I know everyone else is. I know all the fantasy pros and all those guys are all in on Amari and Hampton. Pretty much all of the rookie running backs,
Right.
because that's what everyone does is they hype those guys up. But I'm so leery of taking those guys. So for me, it was between Hubbard and Kamara, and so I took Kamara. I had him last year. I had Kamara and Derrick Henry last year, and
Right.
and I know I walked out of that draft and everyone was like, "Oh Jesus, look at these! PJ got two dinosaurs for running backs." But
Yep.
honestly, it did well for me.
Heck yeah.
I didn't win the championship, but I held my own there for a little while with those two.
Oh hell yeah.
But then Kamara went down, right? He got hurt, and so that kind of hurt me. I'm just hoping. I got two guys right now that are risky in my running back position. I got Kamara and I got Kenneth Walker, who, that was my next pick.
Yep.
But the only reason I went these two back to back was because I figured one of them was going to get hurt, and I just needed if I'm taking one, I got to take the other, just so that I'll have something to trade off on.
Interesting. All right. I see
That
that.
was my strategy. So I'm choosing three to make two, right? That was essentially what I'm trying to do here.
Got it. So
Um
that must have pissed you off later when Nick took Zach Charbonnet.
oh yes, for sure. For sure. I was yeah, it was a little, but I mean that's on me. I could have scooped him up, but I kind of
Right.
just let him slip and then he was gone. What are your thoughts? You've heard mine. What are your thoughts on the rookie running backs?
Yeah,
Like, are
I'm
you
with
in on Amarian? Are you in on Trayvon Henderson?
it's so like you said, once those names start steaming up draft boards, like you're not getting them. And like last year, I stole Bucky away from somebody after they dropped him after week two or
Yep,
three,
yep.
and like that's how I made
And
my
you got
money.
Chase Brown. And you got Chase
Exactly.
Brown.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I
who
rolled.
dropped who dropped that guy?
I don't know, man.
I think I picked him up. I think I drafted him in like the 12th round, and then I was like, oh man, uh, who who were they giving the fucking run? Zach Moss. I
Yeah,
was
Zach
like, oh
Moss.
man, Zach Moss is getting a lot of production. I'm like, Chase Brown ain't gonna do shit. Then as
Yeah,
soon as I dropped him, you picked him up, and then he goes fucking bonkers.
yeah, exactly. So, but like now that's not going to happen. Like no one's going to drop their third round pick Hampton. No one's going to
Yeah.
drop their fourth round, Travion Henderson.
Yep.
So, and like, not to spoil the draft, but like I kept waiting for running back value to drop to me, and it never
Nothing.
did. So
Nothing
I
did.
have
Well, thanks,
like,
Doug, for drafting seven fucking running backs.
no, that's exactly it. So I feel like we all know all the things now. So
Yep.
you have to be really not sneaky, but you gotta take some chances.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely when you know that four or five of the guys all use the Fantasy Pros draft thing
Yeah,
that kind of helps them out. Yeah, they're all going after the same guys, right? So like
right.
um it is what it is. All right, so I gotta ask here, how you feeling about Rasheed Rice losing him for 6 games?
Yeah, not great, man. Not great. So like it was gonna be like
How did it
I
feel to get kicked in the nuts real quick? I just
yeah,
wanted to know.
I knew there was a chance that they would make an agreement before the season started, but
Right.
and I wasn't banking on the month. Like 'cause he was
Yeah.
supposed to play 4 games before the suspension, and then he
Yeah,
might
I
get
heard
six.
that's what I thought. I thought he was going to play the first four, get suspended
Yeah,
for six, but then that meant that the week 10 is actually their bye week, so he would have had to have missed week 11 as well.
right. So I was
So I
banking
think
just on like give me the first four and like then I can figure things out after that. So that's why, as you can see in the draft, like after him, I took like receiver, 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 just
yeah.
to make sure. Because I got Tyreek and his oblique might fall off, and then Rasheed Rice. So I needed guys to make sure that I had the backup.
So this pick, Zay Flowers, scares me. I just don't see him.
Same.
I don't see him as a wide receiver too. He's a flex play for me, and Brad is drafting them here as a wide receiver too,
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
because he's got Kyron. He took CD. Yeah, so he's going with the stack though. So he's going with the Lamar, Zay Flowers stack, but
Like
still, you
I
got
respect that, but like that stack's not going to pay off, and we kind of
it's
know it.
not.
Like,
Yep. He just doesn't. It's not like he's zeroed in on Zay Flowers. Uh,
right.
he kind of sprinkles it around. Obviously, Isaiah Likely is down for a couple of games at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and don't forget DeAndre Hopkins signed there, and he's going to
And
get some too.
DeAndre,
So
he's gonna get some. Mark Andrews. I'm sure they'll sprinkle in Justice Hill from the backfield because they're not going to give it to Derrick Henry. Um, yeah, he'll never throw to Derrick Henry. Anyway, round 5. Oh, real quick, so did you see anything that stuck out right here that you were like, "Ugh," like that was? I think usually it was. I mean, this is all chalk usually.
yeah,
I would say 5 and 6 is probably going to be where some glaring things come up. I don't even know about Xavier Worthy. Like I know the Rashi Rice thing,
yeah,
but I don't know if Xavier Worthy is gonna get that work.
yeah. Maybe for the first 6, and then we'll see what happens. And I can see
I
like Worthy and Kelsey moving up, but once they're all there, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, but even with Rice out, like that he's not this right. Worthy doesn't replace Rice, right? If anything, I think Juju or more Kelsey or I don't see Worthy's like a gadget guy. He's not going to be a middle of the field, work in the middle of the field where Rice and Kelsey work. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
That one scares me though a little. Not saying it's a
yes,
bad pick, just scares me.
yeah. Some of the Chiefs fans that I listen to, like your Heath Cummings or like your Jacob Gibbs, who are like they're Chiefs fans.
Yeah,
They're kind of like, I don't really trust Worthy, and like
yeah,
Mahomes doesn't really trust him. So when those guys say that stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna listen.
yeah. All right, so we have Swift, who scares me. Um, Brees Hall definitely scares the fuck out of me. Like I don't.
Yeah. So
I
how
want
far could Brees have fallen where you would have taken him?
to. So well, I had already had 3 running backs at this point. I mean,
That's brutal.
he's gonna have to fall pretty far because at this point I'm like I need wide receivers. So 7 maybe I would take him.
Yeah.
And I mean, but I want nothing to do with them. I'm drafting, I wanted to draft running backs before him so that I knew I didn't have to get stuck with them. That
Yeah.
was because I mean, I would take Pollard over him. I mean,
Yeah.
even before Tajay Spears got injured, I would take Pollard over him in a
I'm
heartbeat.
with you. Yeah.
And Pacheco. I would have rather had Pacheco, Pollard. Yeah, I want nothing to do with Brees Hall. I think Justin Fields is going to steal a whole bunch of stuff from him. Um, Jerry Judy, what were you thinking there?
So
Just best available, or were you like were you targeting him?
I was scared from the Rice pick I just made,
Okay,
and um, I knew I was going to take another wideout. There's a chance I would have taken Brees Hall if he fell to me one pick later, but like I can't make that promise. So
yeah,
it was between him and Cortland Sutton for me. Um,
okay.
and then with the Broncos, I can see Bo Nix having a good year, but then there's Mims and there's Harvey and there's Dobbins, and so I'm like,
Evan Ingram,
yeah, exactly. So like in a non PPR league, I think I go Sutton, but
okay.
I think PPR, I'm going Judy with Flacco under center for how many games we'll see. But
Yeah,
I need a
Grandpa
good
Flacco,
starter.
man.
Right.
Um,
What about
I'm
you and
interested.
your boy Calvin?
Yeah, I mean, I had him last year. I thought. he was very disappointing last year. I think I tried
Yeah.
to get rid of him. I don't even know how many times, 6 or 7. I was packaging him with anybody and everybody I could.
Yep.
Um, but I also think he didn't have the best, um, QB last year. Wasn't the best situation. I kind of think Cam Ward's going to be a thing this year, so we'll see what happens. It's looked so far in preseason that Cam Ward has constantly looked at Calvin Ridley, like he's just always to him.
That's
He
what I'm
he's
hearing too.
always the first look. So I did. I really it was same. It was between Sutton and Ridley. So if
Yep.
Sutton would have been there, I would have taken him. But he got taken, and so I was. I mean, I thought about DJ Moore too. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, when it
Same.
was just Ridley, I thought about more. Yeah, this is a weird spot because yeah, if the draft would have gone like my mocks, I probably would have been going running back in this area because I think at before I was doing a lot of wide receivers in the first like 4 rounds. So I think at
Yep.
round 5 in my mocks, I was doing a running back here. So, but for this one, it was definitely Ridley. Ridley was up there, and I was going to take him. What do you think about Watson going with Mahomes right here in the 5th round?
Yeah, so this is tough because these are the guys we play with. Like, I feel like 6 of them are Chiefs fans, and you know that the Chiefs are going to go a little
Homers.
earlier than maybe
Yeah,
other drafts. Exactly. So, like,
yeah, yeah,
on one hand, I think he doesn't have to take him there. On the other hand, he might have to take him there if he wants him. But I think like you can let Mahomes go and then get somebody, maybe a Dak or a Purdy right after that with just as much upside.
yeah. I mean, we can go through some of the free agents right now, but I mean, I would have taken anybody else but Mahomes there, and not even a QB probably, but um, yeah, I would have probably taken
Yeah, exactly.
another wide receiver or running back right there for him.
Exactly. In all the
Um,
mocks I've done, I never took a QB in the middle rounds.
yeah, yeah, me neither. Um, all right, round 6, we're coming back around real quick. I targeted Jacoby Myers again. I did it last year, got him. He was really good for me. Um, and I
I'm
definitely
not gonna
wanted
lie to
him
you, I
this
was
year.
surprised by that pick.
Were you?
Yeah.
So I mean, McMillan was there for me as well. As far as and then Pearsall. That I mean, those were the 3 that I was looking at right there. It was Pearsall,
Yep.
um, McMillan, and Myers. And ADP wise, I definitely jumped to get Jacoby Myers because he was down a little further. Um, but yeah, I liked him. He was my guy. I think he's gonna be a target machine out there for Geno Smith. I think it's gonna be him and Brock Bowers in the air offense, and I think that'll be good. That was my thinking. Um, I know everyone in it is in on McMillan. He's a first round draft pick or top 10 draft pick. But how did that fare for Marvin Harrison Jr. last year? Like
Right. Yeah, good call.
with Kyler Murray, now you have McMillan with Bryce Young, who struggled at the beginning of the year last year. Yeah, he put it together at the end, after he was benched. But like, what's to say he's gonna come out like just guns a blazing and he's gonna be the guy that ended the year last year?
Right.
He could come out and be complete dog shit again at the beginning of the season. Like he just hasn't shown
Yep.
consistency. So how can I say that? I mean, it's a 6 round guy, so I think I'd have to look, but I think that Dave is using him as a either wide receiver as a flex or wide receiver 2. Um, So, I mean, he's really going to need him to step up. Chris Olave, what were you hoping for that, or were you hoping for someone to fall right here to you?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I love this round, and there was a bunch of guys that I was taking. Like, there were definitely drafts where I'm like, if Garrett Wilson falls to round 6, I think that's a good value. I wanted
Yeah, yeah.
R.J. Harvey. I wanted
Okay.
sometimes McMillan goes in the fourth.
Yeah.
Um, like Ricky Pearsall, like I a little
He's going to be
early,
a
but like,
stud. He's going to be a
yeah, I
stud,
know.
though.
I wanted him too. For
Yeah.
me, no surprise, the worst pick here, Michael Pittman. He could have gone 4 rounds later. Nobody was
Yeah.
taking his ass. So
Yeah.
what's going
Yeah.
on?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Yeah, I mean, Danny Dimes scares me, and even though I like Josh Downs, I'd rather have Josh Downs than Michael Pittman. I think he's going to be a better PPR guy. I just don't think Danny Dimes is going to be able to get it down the field. He's going to be dinking and dunking, and I think that's where Josh Downs excels. So,
Yeah.
um, Sam Laporta, did you think he fell too far, or do you think that's 6 rounds about good for him?
For me, this is fine, but you can have him. I'm
Yeah,
not taking him there, but it's a fine
I
spot.
think there's too many. I think there's too many mouths to feed in Detroit.
I just don't know
Um,
what's going to happen, and yeah, there's no way he's going to make the season for you.
yeah, well, if you think about it, I mean, he really came on when Jamison Williams he was hurt his rookie year. They had Amon-Ra St. Brown, David Montgomery. Was Gibbs a thing 2 years ago when Laporta? No, Gibbs was last year was his rookie year, right?
Right.
Fuck. Yeah. So yeah, you had Amon Ross St. Brown and uh freaking Sam Laporta when Sam Laporta had his breakout year. Like he wasn't fighting for much. Now you got Jahmyr Gibbs, who's a PPR machine. You got Amon Ra. You got Jamison Williams, who's supposed to have a bigger role this year. I just
Right.
think there's going to be too much to grab Sam Laporta here at the round 6. I think he could have. He's going to be equal ground with a lot of other guys.
Exactly.
But you got back-to-back Detroit guys right there, right? So you got Jamison Williams and Sam Laporta. Um, round 7, Austin Eckler. How you feeling about Austin Eckler?
Um, not bad, but once again, I think round seven's maybe too soon for maybe a three-headed monster up there, right?
Yeah,
So like, I'd like to see how it shakes out. Like, I don't mind getting a piece of the backfield. I just don't think round seven's where to do it.
yeah. Jalen Waddle. I think that is amazing value right there. Oh, round
Yeah,
7, Jalen Waddle, he's the second look in that Miami, maybe second, third, between him and A Chain. Um, I think that's great. And then you got this is who I really wanted. You got Emeka Egbuka. What
yeah.
were you
Once Pearsall
targeting?
went off the board, yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna get one
yeah,
of my guys. So
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna take him. Now, in
Did you
retrospect,
have to reach for him? Did you have to reach for him, or was he right around there?
right around there, I guess. Like
Okay.
in all the mocks, he was going round 8, but I knew with our guys, like once these hot shots started flying off the board, that you're gonna have
Yep.
to take some dudes.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
And you, Diggs in
uh,
the
I would
seventh.
have, I would have taken him. So Diggs, um, it's another. I probably should have gone another running back. I probably should have. I looked at Travis Etienne. Um, he's last year he got injured, but the year before that he was a top 12 running back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I still think he's got that in him. So I probably should have taken him because I think that would have been, to shore up it. If I would have taken him, I would have been done at running back because I would have had 4 running backs. I would have had um, Bucky. I would have had Alvin Kamara, Kenneth Walker, and then Travis Etienne. I would have been done at running back after that point.
Yep.
But because I didn't, I kicked myself because I probably should have. But Stephon Diggs, I was thinking Drake May's, I think, going to be awesome this year. I think he takes a step forward. Um, Polk, I think, is injured. I think he's out for at least 4 to 6 weeks. That leaves Pop Douglas, Hunter Henry, and Stephon Diggs. Like those are your three pass catchers right there. Yeah, I know he's 31, but I think Drake May is going to throw the ball. He's going to be a gunslinger, and I think Stephon Diggs is going to be there. Hopefully, that was my thought, right?
Yep.
Definitely not taking Baker Mayfield. It wasn't taking a quarterback. Um,
I
yeah,
should have
like I
taken
said,
I should have taken ETN. Like I think I was pissed because of Pearsall going. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get my dude. And
yeah.
then like it kind of burned me because obviously, as you know,
I don't.
I don't have the running backs.
Yeah, I don't see Tank Bigsby being like I don't see him being an RB1 with
I think
Jacksonville.
I think he's gone in a couple weeks. He's
Yeah,
on the
I
trade
think
block.
he's gonna be trade bait. Yeah, yeah. And then they got that new guy, right? That they just drafted.
Basil Tootin, who
Uh,
Dave stole from
yeah,
me. Yeah,
Tootin. Yeah, yeah.
darn Tootin.
Um, Javonte Williams. You think he's gonna be a thing in Dallas?
Right now, like Jaden Blue, his heels falling off or something. So like he's the only
Yeah,
guy. And once again, I probably should have taken his ass, but like
yeah,
everybody, like it was gone before it. And then I never like settling for it. So if I'm not excited about a guy, I'm not gonna take him.
yeah.
And so everything just kept, kind of falling down the board. What about you? You think he's got something there?
I don't. I don't. He had one decent season in his rookie season in Denver, and then he got hurt, and he was, kind of dog shit after that.
Yeah.
Never really amounted to much. Um, Jordan Mason, I think, is a good one because I think he's going to take some time from um, what's his name? Uh,
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones. Thank you, A Jones. Yeah, I think he's going to be something. Mark Andrews, not sure about that one. I mean, three
Yes.
tight ends off the board. I mean, look at that.
Right.
That was a run. And I think I did that because I was like, man, Njoku is probably for me. Who's left? Yeah, so you took Tyler Warren. Like I think he's gonna be good. I'm iffy on him. Um, and so for me, Njoku was like the last tight end. It was between him or Ingram. So if like Njoku would have gone, I would have taken Ingram, just because like that for me that tier drops off after that.
So where do you sit? Because like I think you had Njoku last year too, right?
I picked him up off the waivers because I drafted Dalton Kincaid
Oh, that's right. So
because
like,
I went with the stack that I thought was going to be a stack
yeah,
of um yeah Kincaid and um fuck, what's his name? Josh Allen.
yeah.
I
So
had
like,
Josh Allen last year.
do you feel any kind of like loyalty to the guys you had last year? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get them again, bounce back, or is it like a new slate for you every year?
It is like I definitely take into account, but I'm never like, never again. Like, right, I'm always like, I will again at the right price point,
Yeah.
right? Like, they might be some people I'll say, never again at this price point. So like, I I probably wouldn't take, I wouldn't take Ridley at I think last year you went in like the third or fourth round or whatever.
Yeah.
What did I take him? What did I take him this year? Yeah, I took him in the fifth round. So like, yeah, I definitely wouldn't spend third or fourth round draft capital on him, but I'll take a flyer on him in the next round.
Right.
Um, so, but Njoku, I mean, who else? Who else? They got Jerry Judy and Njoku. And I don't know if you've seen the fucking videos, but dude, Flacco and Njoku, like they crack each other up on the sideline. They're just fucking having fun on the sideline. So like Papa
That matters
Joe,
too. It
yeah,
does.
yeah, it does, man. It does. He's gonna be looking for that dude. They're off to the sideline playing, fuck games, and so I think that's gonna be a thing. Debo, you think? Did we
Yeah.
draft before McLaren? Uh, because McLaren got signed this week, right?
Yeah.
He hadn't
Or
been signed
late
yet,
last week.
so yeah. So at this time, McLaren hadn't been re-signed. He was upset, and Debo essentially is, their wide receiver one.
Yeah, and that definitely factored into it. I was also worried about Tyreek and
Hmm.
Rasheed, and I was thinking,
It's a
like,
lot of upside.
yeah, and the backfield's a mess. But like, I also vowed last year to never take Debo again because he missed one game because he was like deathly ill in the hospital, and then the next game he was, hurt, and so it's always something with those San Francisco guys that get banged
Yep.
up. But
Yep.
he was sitting there, and I was like, you know what, this might be good, especially early in the year before anything could fall off his body.
Did you think about J.K. Dobbins?
No, because I think eventually that's RJ Harvey's backfield
Okay.
and Dobbins might be a thing. But like at the same time, it's like, hey dude, you need another running back just in case.
Exactly. Exactly.
So
That's why I was asking. Did that ever cross your mind? Like, dude, I got two running backs right now, and going into the
yeah,
eighth round.
I just don't see a world where he has upside. Um,
Okay.
so I'd rather take a guy later that has the possibility and just, cross the fingers with Jacobs and McCaffrey.
Okay. Um. All right. So
I
wait,
also didn't think other guys like Jordan Mason were going to go in the seventh damn round. Like,
that's
so
true. That's true. Bad pick here. I don't really see one that I'd be like, ugh. Joe Mixon. There you go, in the eighth round.
yeah, I mean, I
I
don't know if
guess
he's going to
because,
play this season.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
He might be out. That
I
and Mark
I don't know when.
Andrews, I think
Yeah,
I think are the two that really throw me off in this one.
yeah, I'm with you.
All right, so
I,
we go to. Oh, go ahead.
in fairness, I don't know when you take Joe Mixon, but like uh, the eighth sounds great, but like I don't know how you do it.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And then Jordan Addison, he's out for the first three games, so getting him in round nine, not bad. I think he actually fell. Like I think he sat on the board for a while before someone took him.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And then you come back with your tight end, so you get a tight end before you get a running back three.
Yeah, and I knew that. Like spoiler alert, I was probably going to take Pitts in the 10th, and I just wanted to beat Nate to him. Like,
Hmm.
so I let the petty shit go, and I knew Nate wasn't going to take him because he already had another guy, but
Yeah,
you never know.
yeah.
So it was
You could pull a
I
Ben and choose, three tight
exactly.
ends.
I was really
Who knows?
looking forward. I think Warren's got a ton of upside, so I wanted to
Oh yeah,
capitalize on that.
yeah,
And then I was hoping I could still grab some of these backs like way later, but then they started flying off the board. Your Braylon
yeah,
Allens that Nate kept taking, stuff like that.
yep. Don't like the Chris Godwin. That's two picks in a row from Watson that I'm just like, ee.
Yeah, and Watson knew it too, but
Oh, I
he's
know.
hilarious.
Yeah. He also didn't know what position he was drafting in until he showed up, which
And that's the
is
that's the thing with our guys. Like, some of the guys like me and you and Nate and Nick who are prepping for this shit, and then you have Dave walked in. He's like, I read a story before I
yeah,
came here. And you're like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen.
yeah, yeah. It completely throws yeah, a wrench into
Can you talk
everything.
about your Keenan Allen pick real quick?
Yeah, so I know it's another veteran. I am a pretty old team. But I think they brought him back for a reason. I think he is going to be a 1-2 punch with Lad. I think that's they're bringing him back for a reason, right? If they didn't trust him, they wouldn't have brought him back. Um, and he's already got rapport with Justin Herbert. I don't know. That was my thinking. Is like they brought him back for a reason.
Yeah,
Um, and so he can be a possession guy, whereas Lad McConkey can be a yak guy. So usually you work those two in, and it's a pretty good success. And I mean, their run game is Omarion Hampton and Pirate Najee Harris. Like
yeah. I feel bad that I
R.
don't feel bad.
Yeah. But that was my thinking. I wanted another wide receiver. I thought he was better than Rashid. Definitely Chris Godwin. Who else was still on the board over here? Uh, Juwan Jennings. Yeah, I thought he was better than, yeah,
Yeah.
that was my thinking. Now this one could possibly be the worst pick. Uh, Quinshon Junkins. Um,
Who you
yeah,
just dropped, by the way.
I did. I did. It doesn't look, I was thinking like, all right, like it's gonna get announced any minute, right? That he's going to be signed. And I think if he did sign, like he is better than Jerome Ford. I don't necessarily think Jerome Ford is very good.
Yeah,
And I don't think Cleveland thinks he's very good, but he's a body that they put out there. He's an NFL running back, like he is
exactly.
that. He's just not a good one in my mind. So yeah, I thought, all right, I gotta grab him here. I think he is the only potential starting running back because if he signs and wins that out, I think he's the guy. Um, and yeah, that's a bad pick by me. I think that is probably gonna go down as a bad pick, but it's also a 10th round pick, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I was gonna say. I think you're good.
yeah, yeah. And I think, I replaced him already. Picked up Samson. I think he's gonna like. I just don't. I think Cleveland was just like they released all the rest of their running backs. They had
Right.
Samson and Ford now. Like to me, I don't. I think they're just saying Ford is not the guy.
Yeah, you beat me
Um,
to Samson by literally 6 minutes.
yeah,
I was gonna text you that.
yeah. I mean, it was there's still a couple on there that I'm just
Yeah,
like I'm so close to hitting it, and I went back and forth on that Samsung one many a time. So I'm glad I did pull the trigger because I knew someone was going to.
it
I
is
just
me.
didn't want it.
I
I
am
just
the someone.
I just didn't want it to be Doug. I just didn't want it to be Doug. All right. So what about you? You had Ford. You're thinking it, or you just needed a body.
I
You
needed a
needed a running
body,
back.
and I think like if something happens week one, I think he's gonna start week one and be the guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I think Samson, he might pull it out in the end for sure. But
Yeah.
I think Ford gets the week one start. So I was like, just
That's
in
what I'm
case.
thinking too. Yep, that's what I'm thinking too. I like Juwan Jennings because he lit it up last year
That's
for
a good
me
pick in the 10th for
in the
sure.
two games that I tried to sell him off and no one
Yep.
wanted him. Um, I don't know about Cam. He's injured right now, I think. Um,
Yeah, he's working his way back right now. But yeah.
yeah. Tucker Kraft. So he went two tight ends. Watson did almost, round eight and round 10. Uh, you know,
Who's his first tight end?
he got Mark Andrews and then he
Got
went
it.
Tucker Kraft.
Yeah, he should have just gone
So
Tucker Craft for sure.
yeah, yeah, that's what I think. All right, real quick. 11. This is your Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a love hate. You know this, so
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, you don't want to have him go off,
I
and you
know,
don't have him,
I
you
know.
know,
But I
because
gotta let him go.
you would get you would get shit on so much like, oh, Adam doesn't pick him up and look at finally goes off.
But now I'm not gonna fucking start him, and that's the thing. It's like I wish I
Yeah,
would not have taken Warren, so I could just start Pitts and have one tight end and just leave it. But now that I
yeah.
have him, I have decisions to make, and I
You're
probably should have
always going
taken
to
a
be
running
questioning
back with
it,
Warren.
right?
Yeah,
You're always
exactly.
going to be questioning it.
So
Um, we had a couple QBs come off. I
I
went with
think
Brock Purdy.
Purdy's an excellent pick in round 11.
Round 11, like I think he's, he runs the ball. He is a mobile quarterback. People don't think he is, but he is a mobile quarterback. He'll pick up a
Yep,
couple yards on the ground. And then I think they're going to throw the ball. Um, you know, he'll be thrown to McCaffrey. He'll be thrown to Pearsall and Kittle. Like
yep.
I think he's going to have some yards.
It's
So
pretty obvious that I should have taken a quarterback there. I just want to point that out.
who would you have gone with? Would you have gone with Kyler or would you have gone
I
with
was
Purdy?
eyeing Purdy. Yeah, I should have
So
taken
that would have
Purdy,
been the
but
stack, right? You would have had the McCaffrey Purdy stack,
which usually I don't like the running back stacks, but with McCaffrey, he's gonna catch a million balls.
right? All right, and then we come back. This was another bad pick. I knew that he was sitting out practice at the time. Um, I didn't know that he was going to be put on the IR and potentially miss 4 games. I
I don't
was
think that's a bad pick there, to be honest. Like he'll come back and you could be
He'll
sitting
come
pretty.
back. Yeah, he'll come back. I just I really wanted Chubb. Like I was hoping that Chubb was gonna fall there because that's who I would have.
Yeah.
That's who I would have taken. Um, you know that sucks for Nick getting the Brian Robinson
Yeah.
Jr.
Right before me.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure does.
yeah. Um, yeah, I think Caleb Williams as a second QB I think is good, but when you draft I think he is going to be a better fantasy QB than Joe Burrow is for him. That's what I think. I think Joe
Interesting.
Burrow. I think he's a great QB, but I think Caleb will be better for him in fantasy.
I want to see how that plays out for sure.
Yeah, I could be Marshawn Lloyd. I'm not sure about this one because isn't he injured? Like
He is. Yeah.
I don't know how bad the injury is, but I'm pretty sure he's out for a while. But
Like
that
I
could be a
yeah.
late round pick that's he's hoping he comes back in the second part of the season.
Yeah. Jacobs goes down. Who knows?
Yep. And so you finally get your QB.
Yeah, sure did. So
This
I
is
just
this is this is wasn't this where we had to redo 4 times?
well, so ESPN kept drafting for me and it kept
Yes.
clicking CJ Stroud in there. And so after Caleb left, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stream the position all season.
Yep.
So who's got the best first week matchup? Joe Flacco going against the porous Cincinnati Bengals. So I'll
Yep.
take him in a 6 point per passing touchdown league.
So I've never seen you sweat as much as you did uh, in round 13 right here.
Yeah.
Um, it was it threw me back. I mean, you had to. There was a point where I thought you were bullshitting, but you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna need a little more time,"
Yeah, I
and
did.
um, I think everyone was start off because this has never happened before. And so what I thought was interesting was like you were saying this, and everyone was like, "Oh, ha ha ha!" We're drinking, eating, doing it. Nick is over in the corner, and you're like, "No, no, no! I'm gonna need more time or whatever." And so that's when he was late to the pause,
Yeah,
went to C.J. Stroud, and then every time he tried to go back, it would it wouldn't give you your 2 minutes. It would just auto pick CJ Stroud.
exactly. No, because
Um,
this was me the whole time. Like in the 2 minutes, I'm flipping my phone. I'm going to the schedules. I'm like going back. This, I'm like,
I
who's
saw
this?
that. I saw that. You had
So
you had I don't know what you were looking at, but it was a very, very detailed chart
yeah.
that had yeah, it was very detailed. Um, on your
And,
phone.
and for
Um,
you, Wandell Robinson had like 90 catches last year. He was a beast.
Well, I drafted him last year, and then like Chase Brown. Like I just gotta trust my picks. I gotta trust my picks because that seems to be my MO is for the past couple years. Is I get a little trigger happy, and I start cutting guys after week 3, week 4, and to try and go after that new candy.
Yep.
And then the shit that I let go ends up being the better candy. Grass isn't
I,
always greener.
I hope you do it again this year and I swoop them up.
Round 14. I mean, this is just kickers and defenses.
Yeah.
Who'd you go for kicker? You went Rams D, and then you went.
My boy Coop.
Yeah, that's right, Young Ho.
What about you?
Uh, I went Cam Little. I'm hoping that 70 yarder is not a
Oh
fluke.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then I'll probably just end up streaming defenses. I think I went Lions D, which I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
Hutch is back, right?
Hutch is back. They got a tough week 1 matchup with Detroit or with Green Bay, so that could be interesting.
So would you
But
drop them before the Green Bay and then pick them up, or are you just gonna roll with it?
I don't know yet. I think most of the good defenses all have tough matchups. I think
Yeah.
honestly, I think Arizona is going to have the best week 1 matchup, which I think they did get chosen, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe they didn't, but I think Arizona is going to have the best um, week 1 matchup. They're going up against, yeah, New Orleans. All right, real quick, I just want to let's see. Where is I want to look at League Home and let's go to the free agents real quick. So like I'm looking and oh, did you already let Corindo go? Who did you draft
I
Corindo
did.
for?
I picked up Drake May.
Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. So Rico Dowdle is interesting. Like, he's clearly the backup behind Chuba. If
Yeah, I,
something were to happen.
I can't tell you into my strategy, P. I see what
I
you're trying to do
Oh,
here.
no, no, no.
Trying to get my waiver picks. I
I'm
see
just
I see
saying
your ways.
I'm just saying Amari Cooper, what are you thinking about him?
Go ahead, pick them up. Drop
Yeah.
somebody for me.
Um, yeah, I mean, Tyler Lockett's another guy that's out there, he could be a PPR guy. I'm just saying.
Hey,
Uh,
sounds
uh
good. Go ahead.
yeah, no, I think I am worried about Jacoby because he is having that contract issue, and then they go
Right.
out and sign Amari. Like that scares me because I was really, really counting on Jacoby to be there. Um, and
You
then
think about picking up Amari and maybe doing a little friendship strategy, see who comes out on top?
but I really don't have anybody that I would want to drop right now. That's the only thing.
Let me take a look at your roster. I'll give you some advice real quick.
I'll get some advice from
Yeah, just
from
let me look
the
at your
goat.
RBs real
The
quick.
goat. Oh, because I'm going up against Dougie here, first matchup.
And of course, he's got like the highest
I know,
projected total.
I know. Um, yeah, like say Diggs doesn't really wind that well. That's here's the thing is that Dylan Sampson's not going to be a thing. I'm gonna fucking drop him, and then you're gonna pick him up, and then he's gonna go fucking buck wild. I know it. I know it.
I think you should just drop Pierce and Spears and Sampson. See what happens.
Yeah, see what happens. Just roll with it. Just
Yeah.
roll with it. Yeah, I just you know I would have liked to have had Chubb, but Chubb scares me. It's coming off that fucking second knee injury, and like,
They they say he's got no burst, like nothing.
yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, that scares me. So real
Well, hold
quick,
on. You got to pick up some Jets, right? Like you can't be bucking the Jets and have no Jets.
No, but Jets is for it should be, I guess, Jay Jettas, Bucky and the Jettas.
Oh no, yeah, that makes way more sense. That's on me.
Yeah, that's what I should do, Jay Jettas or Bucky and the Jettas.
No, it makes
Uh,
sense. You got the two T's. You got the two
yeah,
T's. You're good.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, that's always that, I'm the guy. You see, you're always True Thugs. I'm the guy that,
Yeah,
I base my team name off of my usually first or second rounder. Actually, last year it was my fourth rounder because it was McConkey.
McConkey. Yeah.
Yeah, who that guy ended up being a stud down the stretch. Um, all right. So, any last thoughts?
Just like you said at the beginning, this season is not won and lost in the draft. So from here on out, it's going to be hitting the waiver wire hard and hope for some luck.
Do you think Micah Parsons trade does anything? I mean, obviously not for us,
Yeah.
because we don't do defense. I mean, we do defense, but I mean, does he bring up Green Bay's defense value?
I mean, it's good for me because of Josh Jacobs and
Yeah.
maybe running more, but also the Cowboys are going to throw a million damn
Yep. I was just
times.
about to say
So
that. Just about to say that. So what about, let me move that. What about, so looks like Mixon is going on the non-football injury list,
yeah.
which is crazy. Reserve non-football injury list for ankle injury, making him ineligible for at least the first 4 games.
And they say that they don't even know after that. Like it is totally up in the air.
Yep. Obviously, we talked about the Rashi Rice, Tajay Spears, Marvin Mims with a groin injury. Interesting. Darnell Mooney, I guess, is practicing. AJ Brown is practicing. Dontavian Wicks. Do you give a shit about any of the Packers wide receivers?
That's the thing. Like, I mean,
There's so many, right? Like,
yeah. And like four of them are hurt right now, so it might start off well, but once they all come back, who knows?
yeah, like I just you got Dontavian Wicks, you got well, Christian Watson's not going to be a thing this year. Um, you got Matthew Golden or yeah, is it Matthew Golden?
Marcus, Matthew,
What?
Matthew,
Yeah,
Matthew, Marcus,
Matthew.
Matthew,
Yeah, one of them. M
M.
Golden.
Golden.
Um, but then you have was it Reed?
Yep.
And then Tucker Kraft. Like
Yeah. I hope Jordan Love just takes the ball and hands it to Josh Jacobs. That's
I
all I want.
thought, I thought, I thought Jordan Love was going to have a great year last year, but I don't know. He did
Yeah.
not.
That injury
Um,
got him.
yeah. Uh, I think that was all the news other than Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting engaged.
Hey,
That's that's awesome. I hope
hopefully.
that's a he just has a dog shit season. I don't know.
That's right. Rasheed Rice
Um,
takes over the middle of the field.
that's right. That's right. I know that's not going to make King or Doug happy because well, actually, all of them. I think all of them. Like, I'm not really. I don't know. Like, Kansas City is there, but like, I'm not from Kansas City. Like,
Same.
I guess it's a Missouri team, but I'm not from Kansas City.
Nope.
Uh, anything else?
No, man, this was fun. You did a great job
Yeah,
with all this.
I wish all those guys would have come on, but
Now,
yeah,
this
we'll
kind of
have to.
tracks. I mean,
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna give Nick shit because he always complains about trying to get people together, and
here we are.
I'm trying to give an opportunity, and nothing. But what I'd like to do is try and do this either Monday or Tuesday if it can work out, and then on Friday to go over all the waiver wire stuff. So
Well,
like waivers run on Thursday. So if we could get on a Friday, we don't have to be very long. Not as long as this. We went over the entire draft.
yeah.
But do a Friday show. and just discuss the waivers. And then on Tuesdays, just go recap over what happened during the weekend.
That sounds good, man.
I think it could be fun, and we'll get better as this goes along, and hopefully get more people that can actually talk shit. Because I don't want to talk shit to you. I mean,
We're too
you're the
nice to each other. We go back.
you're the 4-time champ. I have nothing I can say to you. But Doug, like I could sit here and be talking shit about Doug all day long.
We should talk shit about that no matter what.
Yeah, we should talk shit. All right, man. Well, I will. Let's get out of here. Appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for hosting.
Yeah, and we'll shoot for since the season's not started, we'll shoot for next Friday.
I'll make it if I can, brother.
All right, man.
Take care.
That's it.